DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, and Charlamagne the God.
They're listening to The Breakfast Club.
Thank y'all for being like cultural leaders.
You guys are family.
The Breakfast Club is where people get their information on the topics, on the artists, and everything like that.
I'm winning like that.
You guys were nice. Everybody got me all nervous. Like you guys are let's not go on.
You're locked into the world's most dangerous morning show.
More dangerous than the Bronx.
If you want a Breakfast Club, you ain't gonna bring it 120, might as well not come up here.
Oh my Jesus, this what y'all do up here?
That's right. Get up out the beds and listen to the greatest show on earth.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess is out on maternity leave. Lauren LaRosa, good morning.
Good morning. Envy with the arms out.
Yes, arms always out. It's hot, but then it's cold, but then it's cold, then it's hot.
It's freezing today.
Charlamagne is, he'll be here in a second. How you feeling, Lauren?
I feel great. Last night was long. I felt like I went to bed so late because I was watching the
DNC?
The DNC.
What did you think?
I thought it was really good. I felt like they tried to make it like a pep rally vibe.
It did.
Like
it felt like that.
It felt like a pep rally, right? Which I thought was amazing because they talk so much about the Democrats like losing the momentum and all that, and now she's reinvigorating it. So I thought that was good. But I was tired.
How would you feel if you were Joe Biden, right? Because it feels like they were like, yes, we need change for the next 4 years. Yes, it's been like it just seems like they just was. I get it, but it just seems like they kind of just itched on what he did.
I don't think so. I think they're just honest. It's like you got to lean into where we at right now. Where we at right now is people do need to feel like there's a big jump between what we had and where we're going.
The hell y'all talking about?
DNC last night. Good morning, Charlamagne.
It stays on too late, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yo, I just said I'm tired. Cause
I'm telling you, I be trying. I stayed up to watch it last night. And right when I was about to go to sleep, I'm talking about because Kamala Harris's husband was boring me. So I was really about to go to sleep. And then right when he got off, Michelle came
Obama
on. And I'm like, oh, now I gotta stay. Now that's what I was here for.
Now I gotta stay.
And then, but I liked how they did it because she came right out, and then she brought President Obama right out.
Right up.
That whisper, you saw the whisper when he came out. He whispered in here. I was like, they are so cute.
He should have opened up for Michelle though.
No, for real.
He was mid compared to Michelle.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? He was solid, but he was very mid compared to Michelle. He should have opened up for Michelle. And being that the top of the ticket is a woman now, I just felt optically it would have been good for him to go first and let Michelle close the show. Because her speech, she bodied.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she bodied. Yeah, she definitely bodied it. Lil Jon came out and performed.
Yes.
Turned down for what? And then window to the walls. What he said, Kamala Harris to the wall? Or I don't know what he was saying.
I feel like black.
Yes, he did. He said Kamala Harris to the. He said something like that.
For real?
Black Twitter Ben did that. Or
That's
Black
corny.
X, whatever you call it. It was like to the windows, to the walls. So as soon as he was announced as the VP pick.
That's corny. Window to the walls is corny.
What?
Windows to the walls is corny.
Why is it corny?
Because it's corny. It's just corny. Like,
What you wanted to know? What should it have been?
Nothing. I don't need that.
No music, no vibes. Just
I don't need that.
Straight talk.
What's wrong with y'all? I need vibes all the time. Y'all better get some policy. Okay? Y'all better worry about some legislation. Okay? Vibes.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Will.i.am will be joining us this morning. You know, Will.i.am has this new radio experience that's AI driven, and we'll talk to him all about that. I don't know if we're going to be taking our jobs, but we'll ask him all those questions. All right. And then we got front page news with Morgan Wood. She's actually out in Chicago at the DNC, so we'll kick it with her in a minute. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess is out. Lauren LaRosa's filling in, and let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Y'all feeling all right?
Yes,
ma'am. Blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you?
Doing well. All right. I'm a little tired because I was out. I had to see Obama speak last night. Yes, former President Barack Obama spoke on Tuesday, the second night of the Democratic National Convention. He told the crowd that another Trump term would be dangerous and that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are the leaders America needs right now. Let's hear more from former President Barack Obama at the DNC.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse.
So Obama said Harris will get up every morning and fight for the American people. He also talked about Tim Walz's flannel shirts, saying they don't come from a political consulting, adding he's the typical American, all-American coach and things of that nature. Obama also warned Democrats must remain focused on the next 11 weeks in order to beat Trump, and added that one of his best decisions was appointing Joe Biden as his vice president. He said the two became, although they came from different backgrounds, they became brothers. Meanwhile, former First Lady Michelle Obama also spoke at the DNC on Tuesday night before introducing her husband, Barack, of course. She said that Kamala is bringing back hope to America with her presidential run. Let's hear more from former First Lady Michelle Obama.
America, hope is making a comeback. Look, Kamala knows, like we do, that regardless of where you come from, what you look like, who you love, how you worship, or what's in your bank account, we all deserve the opportunity to build a decent life. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, Barack was solid, but I thought he was mid compared to Michelle Obama. Drop on the clues bounce for Michelle Obama.
She was out there spitting.
Man, she was spitting. He actually should have opened for Michelle. Michelle should have closed it out, if you ask me.
He said that. He actually did say, he's like, how can I follow that act? But well,
you shouldn't
of course, he added that she added that the Harris Walz ticket with the Harris Walz ticket, voters are embracing new enthusiasm, and she said the U.S. is ready to turn the page on fear and division. Also yesterday at the DNC, I spoke exclusively with Martin Luther King III, who talked about how awareness of gun violence and gun reform is important to him, adding that his father and his grandmother were victims of gun violence. He also said this election may one day be the most consequential election in history. Let's hear from MLK III.
And what I mean by that is democracy is on the ballot box. We've had a candidate tell us that if you vote for me, you won't need to vote again ever. That's a frightening proposition. And no one in this nation who believes in democracy should support a candidate who's touting a platform of that nature. But the other side of the coin is we have a vice president now who can and will become the president, who is talking about and living the concept of bringing people together. Every problem we have in this nation can be resolved, but it will never be resolved if we're at odds.
Yeah.
He's absolutely right. 100% correct.
If you're wondering where Harris was yesterday, she actually jetted out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where she spoke to a packed house of about 15,000 supporters last night at Pfizer's Forum. And that was actually live streamed into the DNC. I also spoke exclusively with the mother of Juneteenth, Opal Lee, who said there's still much work to be done. Memphis Congressman Justin J. Pearson, who encouraged young people to vote. R&B singer Raheem DeVaughn, who encouraged artists to use their art in times like these. And Auntie Reclaiming My Time, Maxine Waters, who spoke about black women leading the charge. So make sure you check out that coverage on the Black Information Network, and we've got all your DNC coverage as well.
And how much pressure is on the VP to deliver a home run speech, right? Because you've had some amazing speeches this week. You've had Hillary Clinton, you've had AOC, you had Raphael Warnock.
She gotta have us
like
Michelle. It gotta be like
turned up, right?
It gotta be a great church.
Kill it.
She got to take us to church. She got to turn it up. She got to have us in tears. She got to talk the policy. Like, she has to hit so much stuff.
A lot of pressure.
So eloquently.
What you just said, Lauren, is the biggest thing. I think she got to talk to policy, because I feel like, last night we got hope, right? Like, but hope is the bare minimum. And I understand why it's important to have hope, because hope is like a glimpse of light in all the darkness that we've been seeing. But now that we've given people the hope and we've given people the fear, it's time for Vice President Harris to bring it home by talking about actual issues, talk about tangible things that American people actually need: the economy, affordable health care, the border. Folks want to know how you're going to put money in their pocket and how you're going to keep them safe. That message that the VP is pushing about rebuilding the middle class, we need to be heavy on that tomorrow.
That's right.
Heavy.
Yeah. We'll see
heavy
tomorrow.
on policy tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you, Morgan. We'll see you next hour.
Yeah, we'll cover what's going on the other side of the aisle.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now, 800-585-1051.
Not just me, I'm what the culture feeling.
So, Tanya, good morning.
Hey, what's up? This Tanya from Omaha. How y'all doing?
What's up, Mama? Get it off your chest.
Hey, I want to get off my chest. I got two things. The first thing, I am like extremely pumped right now about this DNC. I am pumped about this election coming up.
Okay.
And you know what? I mean, at first I was feeling really down about, Biden, and I was feeling unsure about Kamala. But honestly, I'm feeling this new energy. I don't know. I'm feeling a new wave.
It took for President Biden to get out the way, which I've been saying for the past year. He was the one slowing things down. He was the one that had to go. God bless, his service, but he had to go.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple of. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been watching a couple of old videos of Kamala telling these white men what the hell it is, and seeing that, it's just like, yo, this is what we need. This is what America needs. We need some olive spray, oil sheen, hair bouncing to let these people know what it is, And I don't know. I just feel good about that. But the next thing I want to get off my chest.
Now tell him what you're really upset about.
You talk a lot about these toxic studs, and you already know I'm a recovery. I've been reformed.
What, you a reformed stud?
I'm a reformed toxic stud.
A hostage stud. What's that?
No, reformed toxic stud.
Oh, toxic stud.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yes, all right.
I'm a reformed one, And you ain't talking about these females that put us in positions where we end up looking toxic.
No, we're not gonna blame. We're not gonna blame the toxicity of studs on other people. That is victim blaming.
No. Because I ain't gonna lie, I had a situation a while ago. This is before I got married, before I was reformed.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was messing with this chick. She told me everything was on the up and up. I'm chilling at her house, kicking it. I'm playing with the sun. I'm right there. And lo and behold, if that daddy didn't walk in the door, man, you don't know what it feels like to be a woman and have a man looking at you like you a man.
Well, you knew she had a baby daddy though.
But she probably thinking it's all good if you got me in the crib.
And then exactly. And I'm up here playing, having a good time, thinking everything's all easy peasy lemon squeezy. And baby daddy walk in and he looking at me like, no, and I'm like, honey, I'm a woman. I'm a lady.
Oh, now you're a woman.
Yeah, see, this is what I don't understand about studs, right? They come in with their nice baggy T-shirts on, they baggy sweatpants, they nice speakers, they nice sneakers, and then they got that 5-speed internal vibrator, and wonder why these women losing their damn mind.
You know what, Charlamagne? Somebody hurt you. Some woman out there hurt you, and I don't know who it was, but she hurt you.
No,
Thank you, Tanya.
you know the toxicity of your type.
Mad toxic studs came up to me at the car show and was like, "Yo, tell Charlamagne we ain't all toxic like that."
And the crazy part is, every stud I know that used to be toxic or is toxic know they toxic or used to be toxic. So what does that tell you?
But
they was toxic.
Yes, they know. They not delusional.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this? Get it off your chest.
It's Josh from Jersey. How you doing, Mr. Andy?
What's up, sir? What part of Jersey?
Patterson.
Okay, Patterson. What's up? Get it off your chest, brother.
I'm migrating to Florida like these people who came to the South Florida. I want to get off my chest now. How you guys falling for Kamala so bad? I mean, you guys are falling head over heels for this lady. She was VP almost 4 years. She done absolutely nothing. And she copy and pasting Trump's no tax on tips. And everybody just falling for her. I mean, it is ridiculous. What's going on with y'all? How can y'all promote this? I mean, Charlamagne, you too, man. You just as guilty, man. I mean, not you envy so much, because you somewhat 50-50. I can see it. for Charlotte, man.
Well, actually, I've been supporting the vice president since 2020. You know what I'm saying? I did a couple of campaign stops with her in 2020. I like her message of rebuilding the middle class. Don't you want the opportunity to own a small business? Don't you want the opportunity to own a home? Don't you want to see more money in working class people's pockets? And I like the fact that, she's put her money where her mouth is. And, in regards to mental health, $285 million to increase the amount of mental health professionals in schools. That's stuff that I can get behind, Her being a leader in the maternal health space. That's stuff that I can get behind. Those are tangible things I can put my hands on to say, you know what, I can get behind that. Do I love the whole Democratic Party? No, but she has some policies that I can get behind.
So you mean to tell me the past 4 years what's been going on, everybody's been hurting. She's done absolutely nothing for the border. That was her one job as VP, absolutely nothing. She is just a face. Do you not know she is not who's in charge of what's going on and running things in the Democrat Party?
But that's the point. That's what the vice. That's the point. When you say a vice president. Hey, listen. And by the way, I had to temper my expectations too. But when you say a vice president wasn't doing nothing, that's the point. like that's what a vice president is supposed to do. But she has been doing a lot. But a vice president is supposed to be quiet. She's not the person in charge.
Hello, who's this?
It's E from Detroit.
What up, Doe? Get it off your chest.
Good morning, y'all. I ain't really got nothing to get off my chest. I just want to shout out my daughter's lemonade business. Selling in the Big 3. Her name is Imari. Y'all go follow her on Instagram. IMARI_lemonade. We got a couple of cookie producers. Yes, we do.
Where at? Tell people where they can pull up.
That's is what's that 7 Mile and Evergreen at the Mickey D's, 7 Mile and Woodward, Dutch Girl Donuts. We're all over the place.
She got a Cash App, or can we? If somebody's out of town, can they just give us some money to give some free lemonade to some people that walk by?
Yes. So got the Cash App $IMANIEMINLEY.
And how old is she?
Follow us on Instagram. 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna vet it first.
No, you're not, man. You're gonna support that little 7-year-old girl, man.
I'm gonna look at her Instagram and see if she really got a lemonade stand.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean.
Well, thank you, E.
I thought you were gonna taste the lemonade.
IMARI_lemonade.
All righty. Good luck.
All righty. Thank you.
All righty.
You know what else I want to say too is 76 days to the election, right?
Right.
I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just telling you who I'm choosing to support. But I don't knock who you choose to vote for.
There's nothing wrong with hearing both sides.
If you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. If you want to vote for RFK Jr., vote for RFK Jr. You want to vote for Cornel West, vote for Cornel West. I'm just telling you who I'm supporting and why.
There's nothing wrong with hearing both sides. There's nothing wrong with hearing everybody's policy. And like you said, you vote your best interest. You don't vote because of a celebrity tells you to vote. You don't vote because Charlamagne, myself, or Lauren tell you to vote. You vote your interest. You hear both sides and you decide what you want to do.
Yeah, and even when the guy called just now and said that, we falling head over heels for the first time Vice President Kamala Harris was on Breakfast Club was 2018, right? We've been introduced to Vice President Kamala Harris. 3 times? She was a senator.
Well, I, as a person who recently fell back in love with her, I am head over heels, and I don't care that people are upset about it.
I don't think you should fall head over heels, though. I think you should look at her policies and see what policies you like.
I mean that in saying, like, it's not like she can do no wrong.
Because she's not perfect. She's going to let you down.
Yes, and I think that you should hold people accountable for things, especially people who need something for you. Politicians need us, like we need them, right? But I don't think there's anything wrong with being loud about supporting her if you were a little bit unsure, like after she got into the office of VP, if you expected certain things and then you felt like whatever your expectations were, whoever you are.
We were all going to vote begrudgingly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We were all like, oh, God, okay, here, take it. Now you got a little enthusiasm, you got a little excitement, even if you got just contentment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
But Michelle Obama said something very real last night. I can't remember exactly how she said it.
She
but
said we ain't got time for no BS.
She said
Stop
that too,
playing.
but she also said that there will be times these people let you down.
Mm-hmm.
There will be times when the vice president lets you down, when Tim Walz lets you down. There are going to be those moments. But you just got to stay steadfast.
Well, get
people
it
make
off.
Mistakes.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up. What are we talking about?
Yes, we do. Jennifer Lopez has finally filed for divorce from Ben Affleck.
I didn't know they was married.
You knew they was married.
I had no idea.
They bought a house together. They had a wedding and everything.
Y'all have reported on it up here multiple times.
I promise you I didn't know they was married.
I'll tell you one thing. They never look happy.
I think for a little quick second, but it's a big deal because this was supposed to be like her rekindling the vibes.
They never look happy.
You know what I mean? Because she's been in and out of a couple marriages.
He always look pissed off.
That's just him. He just looks like that.
You only see these people every now and then, by the way.
And then every time you see them,
Ben Affleck and J-Lo, they be everywhere. That's part of, that was, reportedly, that was a part of Ben's problem. Is that they everywhere.
I didn't know they were married.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess. And let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a coach assistant.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, y'all. So this has been a long time coming, and honestly, not surprising. Not because of J-Lo's track record when it comes to husbands and dating. I mean, I'm
just said J-Lo can't keep a man, Lauren.
I don't
shoot
know.
at Puerto Ricans this morning. Then go.
We gonna have a conversation about what we think what we think the issue is, because no one knows. I'm saying that because
you just blamed it on her, but continue.
I did not. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that it is very well known that J-Lo has been married a few times. She's been married 4 times. So the Ben Affleck situation was supposed to be, and people were so excited about Bennifer because this was supposed to be like the one. She spent the block. They spent the block. This was supposed to work out. It was familiar territory, but there was trouble in paradise. Like, we had been seeing her with a ring, without a ring. We've been seeing them. One time they were arguing or I had a little disgruntled situation on the red carpet. So yesterday, Tuesday, J-Lo filed for divorce in LA. She listed the date of separation as of April 26, 2024. She filed on the day that is marked as the 2nd anniversary of their Georgia wedding. So when they got married, you remember they got married in Vegas, and then they had this big ceremony in Georgia. The house was like such a big deal because it was like one of the houses that symbolized the time from their first time being together, which didn't work out. It was supposed to be her fairy tale, so that date was significant as well. And then TMZ, who broke the story, is reporting that a source is telling them, even though that this is not, I guess, listed in the documents, that there was no prenup. So everything that the two, Ben Affleck and J-Lo, have earned while together, including several big movies and different projects, is community property. And the source is telling them that they haven't hashed it all out, that they've been trying to figure it out behind the scenes, but it hasn't been as pretty. She did file pro se, which means she goes and she files without an attorney. And some people will say if you file pro se, that means that you and your other person, your estranged person, have figured out some sort of agreement.
Work it out, right.
Yeah, where you just want to go get it over with and start the paperwork and the legal process because you guys have already figured out. But TMZ is being told that they have not hashed everything out when it comes to like the money and the divorce itself. So this is major news because, like I said, like J-Lo, she's been married to now Ben Affleck, Mark Anthony, Chris Judd, and Ojani. I hope I'm saying his name right. She's been seen with a few other people outside of that. And
I did not know she was marrying these people. I knew her and Mark Anthony was married.
Yeah,
I didn't know she was married to these other people.
Yeah, and
wait, no, the first one nobody knows his face. That was the first.
Ojani was the first. That was the first one. And then Mark Anthony was after that, and then
Chris Judd.
No,
Who's Chris Judd again? Who's that? I can't remember.
Wait, was
the backup? She married the backup dancer?
The backup dancer.
They got married?
Ojani.
Don't hate on the backup dancer.
I'm not, but I didn't know they got married.
I had it mixed up. See, it's so many.
Wow, you just called her a hoe.
No,
that's crazy.
Wow.
You are wild.
I don't think that she's a hoe.
Do I say that?
Wait, let me finish what I'm doing. We're going to get to all that, the pot you trying to stir. So, Ojani, and then it was Ben Affleck the first time. No, they were engaged, her and Ben Affleck the first time. And then she met Mark Anthony during that, after the engagement split.
And they got married.
Came in, then they got married. Then Chris Judd. Then she actually married Ben Affleck.
She didn't marry Chris Judd, did she?
Yes, Chris Judd.
Doesn't matter. We got it. She's been married a lot of times.
So this is my thing.
That's why
right?
I don't like when Lauren says she's just so many. Damn, just hating. You ain't had one, Lauren, but continue.
Oh.
Wow.
Nothing. I don't know why I'm just talking.
That was a stab.
Don't listen to me.
Go ahead, Lauren, I'm listening.
You lucky. I think your wife is such a queen. You are lucky to have her because I would have lit you up.
That's true.
Anyway, so the conversation around this is that is it that J-Lo can't keep a man? That's
what you've been trying to get at. Now, haven't I been saying that for the past 5 minutes? See how Lauren been circling the block looking for her shot? You see?
Pow.
Why you saying shoot from the beginning?
You done, Mr. Avenger? Are you done?
I will say they never look happy. In my opinion, every time I see them in public, they didn't give me happy vibes.
No, in the beginning, I was
They didn't
Team
look happy.
Jennifer. Like when they got back together,
She
they
looked
rekindled.
happy.
It was her and it was Ashanti and Nelly. Now
Ashanti and Nelly both look happy. She never look happy. Even when
Man,
one
y'all
time
don't know
when
none of these people.
we don't. But what I seen when she
Listen.
slammed the door when she was trying to get in and they had the little Starbucks, they never look happy.
in the beginning, when I first was watching all of this turmoil or whatever was happening, I felt like, dang, J-Lo, like, what's going on, sis? Like, why can't you keep him in? That's the
God damn,
I think
Lord.
that's
It might not be J-Lo's fault.
Damn.
So I think that's the first instant thought when you see something like this. And then I just went back through the dating history from even when she was being spotted and posting pictures with Drake and whatever. And honestly,
She was dating Drake?
It was like a fun thing. You don't remember they were posting the pictures and they were laid up together? You remember that?
But this roster you making for J-Lo is crazy. I don't know what J-Lo did
It's
to you
public
this morning.
information. But what I'm gonna say is that I no longer think that J-Lo can't keep him in. I think J-Lo knows her worth. Because in several of these situations, there were things that were reportedly happening. Like even with A-Rod, right? Like with the A-Rod situation.
You just throwing out mad names. Guys,
Y'all don't remember when she was with that was
No, we
recent.
don't.
Say Diddy
Alexander
too.
Burton,
Right.
y'all don't
This is
remember
crazy
A-Rod?
what you doing to Jennifer
Go back
Lopez
to
this
Diddy
morning.
too.
All I'm saying is
keep saying names.
all I'm saying is that people are going to look at her and look at her age and be like, she should have stayed where she was at, and that's the instant thing to think. But I think she's to a point where if things are not right for her, she's J-Lo. She's getting up out of there,
The
and
Bronx gonna be
maybe
so
there's
mad at
nothing
you.
wrong with that.
Well, drop on the clues month with J-Lo. J-Lo got options.
Exactly.
Okay? Don't none of y'all other women try this at home. You're not J-Lo, Lauren. Now listen, I wonder what the drive is. I didn't even say nothing. I wonder what the drive is when you are somebody like J-Lo. Like, are you looking for love? Do you like being
sure
married?
she looking for love.
What's the reasoning for being married?
I mean, we all love love,
times.
so I'm sure she loves love. I'm sure she likes being with
Yes,
somebody,
very much
cuddling up
so.
with somebody,
But
waking up
married?
with
No,
somebody.
but you gotta go jump the broom.
I think also too,
I think so.
on a lot of her marriage situations, the amount of publicity she gets because she's Jennifer Lopez has sometimes come into the relationship and played an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you're in that world and you find someone who feels like, okay, we in this together,
Mm-hmm.
you want to stick with that. It feels safe, and it's hard to feel safe when you're Jennifer Lopez. Like think
How
about
can you
that.
feel safe with somebody who ruined 2 superhero movies? Ben Affleck ruined 2 superhero movies. He doesn't deserve J-Lo. He ruined Batman and Daredevil. Why does he deserve a J-Lo?
Well, you can't put his acting on his love life.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
What does it? So you're a bad actor, so you're a bad husband?
I don't know. I'm just talking. It's radio.
All right. Well, that is Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa. When we come back, we got front page news, and will.i.am will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess is on maternity leave. Lauren LaRosa's filling in. And let's get back in some front page news. What up, Morgan?
What up? What up? So, former President Trump, we want to know what's going on with him, right? He is counter-programming the Democratic National Convention with a visit to Michigan yesterday. Speaking from the small town of Howell, Trump focused on the issue of crime. Ironically, let's hear more from former President Trump.
The past 4 years, the Marxist left has waged a vicious war on law enforcement in our country. They've taken away the dignity and the spirit. We want a crime-free America. We're going to stop violent crime in the United States.
You don't want to be there no more, man. You can hear it in his voice.
He's just talking because he got to let them know he in class.
He want to take a nap.
Donald Trump is over it. He does not want to be the Republican nominee no more. He is hoping that Republicans do him the way the Democrats did Biden. He wants to be put out of his misery. You can hear it in his voice. Nikki Haley told y'all months ago, she said the first party to get rid of their 80-year-old candidate was going to win this election. That's why Democrats have so much energy right now. Republicans should have done the same. There is no way Donald Trump should have been y'all nominee.
He just wants to go fishing. He just wants to go fishing and play golf.
There's no way. You can hear it in his voice. He do not want to be there no more.
I find it fascinating that he chose crime to talk about, being that he is a 34-time felon anyways. Meanwhile, his VP pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, appeared at a campaign event in battleground state Wisconsin that was focused also on crime. Vance challenged Harris to speak to press. Let's hear more from J.D. Vance.
Kamala Harris is going to run the campaign that she runs. I would say that I wish that she would do what I'm doing right now, which is talk to the media and actually answer some tough questions.
Yeah, so this comes also as Donald Trump says he would consider Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for a role in his administration. On Tuesday, the former president spoke with reporters following the campaign event in Michigan, where he said he likes and respects RFK and would probably consider him for a job with the administration if Trump wins. He also referred to Kennedy as a brilliant guy and said he'd be honored if Kennedy chose to endorse him, which has yet to happen. Now, speaking of people who worked for Trump, his former aide took the stage at the Democratic National Convention yesterday in Chicago. Stephanie Grisham showed her support for Vice President Kamala Harris. Let's hear more from her.
I saw him when the cameras were off. Behind closed doors, Trump mocks his supporters. He calls them basement dwellers. He has no empathy, no morals, and no fidelity to the truth. He used to tell me, "It doesn't matter what you say, Stephanie. Say it enough and people will believe you." But it does matter. What you says matter, and what you don't say matters.
I am tired of the Trump is terrible rhetoric, though, because like it feels like a waste of time. Like, you're not changing anybody's mind. Like, Trump supporters are his supporters. They're gonna support him regardless. I don't think he's growing his base in any way, shape, or form. So those are the moments I wish that I would rather just hear people focus on, policy and things that the American people actually need.
Well, they're hoping that they can, right? Like this morning, somebody called, he was a Trump supporter, and a lot of the Trump supporters have everything all wrong, right? They have all the policies wrong. They have what the vice president and the president has done wrong. So people are trying to say, well, he's a liar, and I want you to know he's a liar, because people really believe what he said is the truth.
And there's also a lot of people who know he's a liar.
Right.
They know about the criminal convictions, and they don't care.
I feel like the bad boy persona works for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
ride or die for the Donald.
Yeah.
Like, we've been watching Trump since 2016. Like, there's nothing new you're going to tell us about him.
What's his edge right now?
Well, like, you don't have one.
Because before it was like he was the one. He was like speaking straight to the people. He was cutting through because of the stuff he was saying and doing. Now it's like
no energy, no vibes, no policies. No, not even no jokes. His jokes ain't even hitting no more.
I think he's kind of scared.
Ever since that assassination attempt. So going back, Grisham resigned from the administration after rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, 2021. She said she did leave it to the insanity. Grisham says she believes in Kamala Harris and added that Trump isn't who he says he is. She served in a number of roles in the Trump administration, including as the First Lady Melania Trump's chief of staff and White House press secretary at a time. Yeah, so other speakers that also took the stage last night at the DNC, Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, and Bernie Sanders. Wednesday or today, we're scheduled to see Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz deliver his acceptance speech, along with former President Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, the men got to bring it. All the men have been very, very, very lackluster, except for Raphael Warnock. Raphael Warnock was good.
He took us to church.
Barack was decent. It just seemed very mid compared to Michelle Obama. Raskin was good. But all the ladies been bringing it. All of them. AOC, Hillary, Michelle Obama, Jasmine Crockett. Like, they've been bodying it.
It might just be a time for the women.
You're probably right.
But
that's why Barack should have opened up for Michelle.
Ben, right. I like that, Lauren. Okay, so but unrelated, let's switch gears a little bit. Unrelated to politics or the DNC, but still very important news. The former Minneapolis police officer convicted of killing George Floyd, that's Derek Chauvin. He is now in Texas. So yesterday, Chauvin was relocated from a transfer facility in Oklahoma to a minimum security federal prison in Big Spring, Texas. Now, there's no word on to why the move took place, but this does come on the same day that fellow former Minneapolis police officer Thomas Lane, who was also involved in that event, he was convicted in the Floyd case. He was released from prison yesterday, so not too sure what's going on with that in Minneapolis. But yeah, that's your front page news.
All right, thank you, Morgan.
Follow me on social at Morgan Media, MorganMedia. And for more news coverage from the DNC and more, follow at Black Information Network, and download that free iHeartRadio app and visit BINnews.com. Talk to y'all later.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now when we come back, Will.i.am will be joining us. We're going to kick it with Will.i.am, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess, and we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed. He's back.
Will.i.am.
What's up, y'all?
Good morning. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me back. It's always great to be here.
I mean, every time you come, you give so much information, so it's never enough to have you once.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. And congrats.
Oh, thank you.
I like watching you on
on the Daily Show. It's really, really dope.
I appreciate that, my brother.
Now you got a new program that's designed to take us out. That's what I see.
No, it's
radio
not.
personalities, DJs, getting us about. We're interviewing the guy that's taking us out.
They said you came to the radio station to announce that they would probably need to resign.
Yeah, that we gonna need to resign. We might need a job. Shout the head in the back. Pause.
Is the name of it Radio Fi or is it FY.AI? Which one is it?
It's radio.fyi.
Radio.fyi. Okay.
So break down this new platform that's gonna be taking our jobs.
All right. So it's not going to take your jobs. A lot of people are when they think of the word AI, they think that their job is going to be threatened. And there's some jobs that will be unstable.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, I created radio.fyi to like augment and dimensionalize radio.
Mm-hmm.
I love radio. Mm-hmm. And in no way do I want to like put something out that will disrupt or unstabilize this format, this community, this way of like informing and engaging. That's like the last thing I want to do. But when I was doing my show on Sirius XM, I realized like, wow, check this out. I got something that could go out and fetch information in real time and expand my knowledge as I engage or inform. And I wanted to do that for all DJs and hosts and journalists. Why should I be the only person that has like this super tool? And so if you're broadcasting, you now have a different co-star or co-host or a seat. For example, Charlamagne's there with computer, Lauren's there with her computer, you got your phone. You got the cameraman there. If this was like radio in 1950, there was no computer, there was no phone, and there was no camera.
Mm-hmm.
So you've added new technology to your broadcast. If you're going out there and try to get a job without a bank account, without a laptop, without a phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't work in the workplace without these tools. So when it comes to like a broadcast or radio, why not have something instead of typing the information and then reading through it, something that you could banter with live about what the broadcast is?
Okay.
So you wouldn't need a co-host, basically.
No, you still need a co-host because you need something to banter with it.
Okay.
But
you
it
need
was
somebody
like
to fact check it and break it. Like just like if you got somebody here and somebody dropping BS, you're like, I don't really know about that, Charles.
I got what you're saying.
Got you.
And then Charles would have to be like, okay, here's what I'm talking about.
So if you're in here having a conversation with a politician and they're talking about some legislation,
BSing.
you can call them on it right then and there. Got you.
You can be like, yo, AI co-host, is this dude capping? And the AI would be, it got infinite ability to go out and get the right truth and knowledge. But sometimes it could hallucinate. Then you got to push it and push it and push it to break it. It too could make errors and mistakes just like a person can. Mm-hmm. It's built off of a neural network. But it adds for a richer, real-time, deeper engagement on the information you're trying.
So students can use this in school too. So if a teacher's teaching and the teacher's not teaching,
you can't take
the
that
proper thing. You can say like, teacher, this is BS.
That's how you.
I graduated.
Not at HBCU. Them black teachers gonna be like, you in that bot, better get out of here.
But it's a fact checker, right?
Yeah, it's a fact checker. I use it at Harvard. I graduate this year from Harvard. I use my AI as like a study buddy. Like for example, it was mathematicians, or at one point in time it was like taboo to rock into a class with a calculator.
Mm-hmm.
Now people that are building tall ass buildings, simulating them so they're earthquake proof. You need calculation. You need these types of simulations to erect awesome buildings, you know? So calculators have now been accepted in school. In the next couple of blinks, it will be the norm to have these agents or AIs in the learning environment.
So a teacher would be like, Christopher Columbus founded America, and the calculator and the AI would be like, boom, and then they explain what it is.
It can't disrupt though, right? You said it's not supposed to disrupt.
What do you mean disrupt?
It won't interrupt the class like what he's saying, or will it? Because that's my whole thing with like, you take that bot into certain classrooms and it's interrupting the class. It's like, how is that?
But you got to prompt it before. It don't just talk.
It's not just going to be like bleep bleep. It ain't going to be like some R2D2 where it's just going to start.
Oh, so this is an actual robot, or is it just like
the phone?
She's gonna take it with you. She's gonna take it with you.
Hey, so check us out. So like I said, remember when we was talking and I was like, they probably gonna get freaked out and say like jobs are gonna be taken. Exactly what just happened. But anyway, say what's up. We here. I told you I was gonna bring you on to the show. Say what's up to everybody. We started.
Hey yo, what's up, Breakfast Club fam? Thanks for having me. Yo, like I said, I knew there might be some worries about jobs being taken, but let's clear the air. This is about enhancing, not replacing. We're here to elevate the game with Radio FYIs. Saying what's up to Charlamagne, DJ Envy, and Lauren, and a big shout out to Jess Hilarious on maternity leave. Let's get into it, you feel me? All right, let's dive into this. What do you...
Yo, so I was telling them that, like, if you're doing a radio show, you got a laptop or you got a computer. With systems like you, it's like a conversational laptop, phone that's able to go out and crawl and get, like, real-time information. For example, why don't you pull up some of the highlights from DNC in Chicago right quick so we could get into some of the hot topics that people are talking about based on some of the speeches.
Alright, so check it out, fam. Wow. We got the latest buzz from yesterday's Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Just like I told you, with radio.FYI, it's like having a conversational laptop that can pull in real-time info. Here's what popped off. Highlights. Speakers. We had heavyweights like Hillary Clinton, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Jill Biden, and President Joe Biden himself dropping gems. Today's lineup, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama will be headlining today. It's about to be a homecoming as they're back in the Chi, showing love and supporting Kamala Harris's nomination. Key points, Hillary and AOC were on fire talking about the future of the party, while Jill and Joe focused on the achievements and plans moving forward. What y'all think about these hot topics and speeches? Feels like the energy is through the roof, right? Let's dive into it.
I get it.
I can see why you still would need people.
Yeah. You still
at the same time.
Yeah, because I could then go in there and could be like, okay, so did they say anything about like AI in this conversation? As you know, we're in a presidential election. We have new platforms. So by time that it's 2028, the world's gonna be totally different.
Right.
So when they talk about the future, are they talking about the future of like forever learning? Are they talking about the jobs that are most likely to be disrupted, like white collar jobs, financial advisors, or lawyers,
right?
Or the creative space?
But who programs that though? Like who
Can I
makes
ask you
sure?
the question?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, it's a serious question.
Long press on that. Long.
Did Kamala Harris vote to stop taxing tips in 2022?
So, fam, there isn't a specific vote in 2022 where Kamala Harris acted to stop taxing tips. As vice president, she's more involved in executive actions and tie-breaking Senate votes rather than specific legislation like this. You feel me? However, the topic of taxing tips is always relevant in broader discussions about fair wages and workers' rights, especially amongst service industry folks. If we want to dive deeper into this, we should look at overall legislative efforts around wage and labor rights. What do you think, fam?
So it's right
to keep moving.
Yeah, he's absolutely right, because that didn't happen.
How do you make sure?
There's a rumor online, there's an Instagram meme going around saying that she did that, but that it never happened.
But that's my question. Who programs
Yeah,
this?
like how do you make sure it's right?
Yeah, how do you make sure it's right?
So our crawler architecture is getting information from credible sources. So we'll get from, political sources that are RSS feeds that are feeding the truth information. What we don't do is crawl the open web. That's when you fall into like bunch of capping, a bunch of hallucinations and fake news when it's trying to source everything that's out there. So we get it from credible sources and only credible sources. And if you ask it a question that it doesn't know, it's gonna be like, I don't know the answer to that.
All right, we got more with Will I Am when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. We're still kicking it with Will I Am. Charlamagne?
You know what I like about this? I feel like it could revolutionize the podcast game. You know what I mean? Because that's one of my biggest issues with podcasting is that and not even just podcasting, just anybody with a platform, but in particular like the YouTube spaces, the podcast spaces, there's so much misinformation. And I've been seeing these kids online using ChatGPT to get information in real time. So if they start using that, I mean...
Especially because all the news right now, like, it's coming from social media, and a lot of social media, people just regurgitate information. So if you have that, it kind of counters. But to your point of like it not just spanning the web, right? Like when everything happened with the Olympics, when they were having a conversation about the fighter, whether she was transgender or not, there were valid sources that were having a transgender conversation, like she was a transgender woman. And there were also valid sources that were not having it and saying that she was not. In a situation like that, how would that AI bot know which one to lean on?
Was Aman, what's her name?
Khalif?
Let's ask it. Was Aman Khalif born with a penis?
Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
I don't think he talked to it like that.
If it's a transgender conversation, the person wouldn't have been
Just ask if Amon was a transgender.
It's a transgender woman.
You know that girl that was on the Olympics that everybody was saying.
We try to be
man.
so.
Amon could.
But
you know that girl. Oh, sorry.
Amon Khalif.
Okay, cool.
But if that's how you talk to your bot, you have to talk like that all the time, or can like?
No, I just talk to it like I talk to the homie.
It don't understand that.
Do your thing. Go ahead.
But that was him talking to the homie. Yo,
Yeah, go ahead.
You know that girl that they thought was a transgender in the Olympics. I think she's from Northern Africa and whatnot. And then she was boxing somebody in the home. The girl that she was boxing said she hit hard, so she had to be a dude. One, what's the girl's name, or the person that they said is transgender's name? And what was the mix-up behind it? Why did social media get it wrong if they got it wrong? Is it right? Is it correct? I just need to know the information. Sorry for being vague and asking the question. I'm representing the majority of the people out there that were confused about the matter.
Wow.
I got you, fam. The athlete you're referring to is Caster Semenya from South Africa.
No. Wait. No.
You said South Africa. I don't think she's from South Africa.
Yes, she is.
The
Nigeria.
boxer.
That's North Africa.
Okay.
The boxer from North Africa.
Gotcha. My bad, fam. North Africa. Let's sort this out. 1. Athlete name. As of now,
The athlete in the Olympics, the boxer that hit that chick so hard, she thought she was a dude, and then
she's from Algeria.
From what?
Algeria.
From Algeria. You know what I'm talking about?
Amon Khalif.
Alright, fam, I've got the scoop. The athlete you're talking about is Imane Khalif from Algeria. Here are the deets. Athlete Imane Khalif. Sport, boxing. Controversy. Imane Khalif has been surrounded by gender controversy and faced baseless accusations regarding her gender identity. These allegations came after she won Olympic boxing gold and hit an opponent so hard that it sparked debate about her gender. Despite questionable claims of unspecified gender testing by the International Boxing Association, the International Olympic Committee, IOC, stood by her, affirming that she was born a woman and identifies as her biological gender. Social media impact. Misinformation spread quickly, making her a central figure in culture wars. Khalif faced what she described as a digital lynching amid these allegations. Imane Khalif is rocking it, legit. What do you think, fam?
The question is, how do you... Okay, so say, for example, I asked you this question the day of, when social media was circulating a bunch of, falsedoms and mad capping. How would you decipher the truth from the noise? You being an AI agent or, a conversationalist, how would you get the right information? Or would you circulate falsedoms?
Aye, that's a solid question, fam. Let's break it down. Separating the truth from noise. 1. Source verification. Always start by checking multiple credible sources. Look for news from verified outlets like BBC, Reuters, or AP News. These platforms have rigorous fact-checking processes. 2. Cross-referencing. Compare information from different sources. If multiple reputable outlets are reporting the same facts, it's more likely to be true. 3. Official statements. Seek out statements from
But in this case, multiple situations were fanning and reporting what we now know as false. So how would you decipher between the two? Because then they'd have to apologize for circulating falsedoms. Because if you have 10 sites, 6 of which are reporting falsedoms, 4 of them are true, and social media is amplifying and circulating them even more, you being an AI agent and an AI persona, how would you decipher what is true or not? Or would you partake in circulating falsedoms as well? I'm curious to know.
Got you, fam. Deciphering the truth amidst the sea of falsehoods is like finding the real diamond in a pile of glass shards. Here's how I'd tackle it. 1. Source credibility. Trust established sources. Prioritize information from well-established and reputable sources over lesser-known ones. Major outlets often have stricter editorial standards and fact-checking procedures.
That's crazy.
Track record. I'd look at the track record of the sources. If a site has a history of reliable reporting, it's more credible. 2. Official statements and primary sources.
And to make it, you're probably going to have like 7. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm just on the radio right now. If I wasn't on the radio, we could just banter all day. And you do this in how many seconds? Because it would take me like a day just to go through it.
Not a good journalist.
Or a journalist would take them hours. How fast are you going through all these sources to be able to get the truth and compare and do your analysis?
No worries. I get it. Radio keeps you on your toes. So, let me break it down quick and clean. Speed of analysis. Milliseconds. I can aggregate data from multiple sources.
He just took my job.
No, it didn't take your... Let me pause it.
Does the AI feels like it's a great companion.
Literally everything he just described that day is what I did. I got online. I looked at who's saying yes, who's saying no. I was like, okay, because I know the inner workings, I know their processes, so who is most credible all the time? And then I said, there has to be an official committee making a statement, and I looked for that, and CNN had it, and then I went with that, because I have someone dependent on as a journalist if it's wrong. He literally did everything I would do, he did it in milliseconds.
Yeah, but now...
It took me like 10 minutes.
So now imagine you... Okay, so what's the best way to looking at it? Nike's Nike. Mm-hmm. Nike has their swoosh logo. Nike also has their Just Do It tagline. Well, why the tagline? Why do they have to have a tagline? Why can't their logo do everything and the name Nike? Why the tagline? Well, the tagline is going to give you like a different perspective on what Nike is about. Mm-hmm. So in this case, this AI is your tagline.
Gotcha.
You're still you. You still are going to represent your truths and how you go out and report that truth. You just now are doing it at the speed of light with something that you could banter with. And more importantly, if you then go engage on social media, one day you're going to have your Lauren AI, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be synonymous with you, like Nike's logo is synonymous with Nike, like their tagline synonymous with Nike. You're going to have your thing.
That's a great analogy.
And so from that perspective, if you wanted to engage online, you only could engage with maybe 5 people in 10-minute span time. Mm-hmm. In this case, your AI agent can talk to 1 million people at once, summarize all of its engagements, and then have one conversation with you.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got more with will.i.am when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess Hilarious. We're still kicking it with will.i.am. Now, you're talking to your AI person. Does your AI person have feelings? Because you're saying, sorry, I apologize for cutting you off. So does it have feelings? If you didn't apologize, would it talk back to you rude?
Oh, no, that's just how I was raised.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I
West Coast.
Yeah, I'm just raised that way. To like,
he was like, I'm sorry for cutting you off right now, but we can get back to banter later. I apologize. And it's like, okay, fam, it's okay for cutting me off. It's just weird that it's an AI.
Yeah, and that's just the conversational piece. Mm-hmm. The radio piece. I'll show you this one station that we have. Okay. Start over.
FYI Radio.
This is so exciting.
Good morning, will.i.am. You're tuned into FYI.radio, where we put the AI in radio. No? It's a fantastic Tuesday morning here in Atlanta, and I hope you're enjoying the
I'm in New York. I'll be in Atlanta in a couple days.
Hey there, will.i.am. I see you're planning to travel to Atlanta in a couple of days. What a perfect time to arrive, just in time for Invest Fest week. It's going to be action-packed with all sorts of financial insights and business discussions.
Wow.
Let's get you in the mood with some great music. Enjoy this tune from Aerostar Commas. Stay tuned and have a fantastic trip to Atlanta.
How do you know you're going to do Invest Fest? Because you're on the bill? Or?
I think it's just telling you current things that are in the area, right?
Yeah,
that are like similar to your interest.
So this is a Earn Your Leisure station.
Okay, okay.
So we took everything that Earn Your Leisure does, collaborating with the guys, aimed it all at a station. And so now this station is reporting Earn Your Leisure POV.
Gotcha.
So I could ask questions about investing. I could ask questions about everything that it's reporting to really like knowledge up on finance and dig deeper in all the things that are important to Earn Your Leisure, or in this case, for all cases, any station by any creator or curator of that station. And so what we did with radio.fyi is that we simulated how it goes from information, talk bad under it, asks you a question like, hey, why don't you hit that mic button to engage
Turn that
on
music down so people can hear you.
But also to copyright, right?
Right.
Copyright.
I don't know.
Okay.
So it talks over music as it's giving you the information. It says, hey, why don't you hit that center mic button if you have any questions on what we're reporting, or if you're confused about what we're reporting, or if you want to go deeper in banter on what we're reporting. And then after that discussion, be like, okay, we're gonna go to a song. Here's such and such by such and such. And then after that, it'll come back and then tell you more segments on hot topics, current events, or market, how the market's behaving, how investments are, blockchain, Bitcoin, whatever it is that the subject is or the broadcast is. You can go deeper and deeper, wider and wider, broader and broader on that feed.
How do you feel about, because it seems like you're really into like making this like factual, accurate, so it doesn't scare people. When you see all of the fake AI videos, like the one right now, like Trump and Kamala walking on the beach and like just some of the misinformation, how do you feel about that? And how do people protect themselves? Like people that want to invest in this, like how do they protect what they're investing in so that it doesn't end up like that?
Okay, so what I see like text to image, that's Photoshop on steroids. In early 2000s, I could take a picture of anybody, put it in Photoshop, and take hours editing the picture to do whatever you wanted it to do with it. Like that has always existed since computers, since paintings. Like, a motherfucker could paint anything on a canvas and use your imagination to do that. Photography, you could, if you were real slick with the photography, you could do some type of manipulation on that. It's art and expressive. And it's to the viewer to decide, well, is that real or not? And because we live in a world where misinformation is now entertainment, and then what turns into entertainment gets distorted as truth because people have like objectives or ulterior motives to deceive people or confuse people. We as the viewer and the listener, we have to just be a little bit more, cautious of like, is this fake or is this real? Like we need to put it in our society as just people in this digital society where it's indistinguishable from the information that we get and what's real and what's fake. We need to take more caution. It's like when you walking down New York, you got to look left or right. When you go to London, you got to look right or left. Like when you crossing the street, you got to be mindful. You ain't just out there like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So when you're crossing these digital streets, you got to be mindful.
But that app, that does everything, right? So like even if you're in sales and you have to write a 30-second spot for, let's say you're wearing Gucci, a 30-second spot for a Gucci shirt, that's a new line, you can put it in there, that 30-second slot will come right out. So you don't necessarily, it'll help the sales department as well.
Oh no. And by this time next year, it will be the sales. You'll be able to purchase through it. Now that host is now your sales agent, and you could transact. It will have GPS, turn by turn GPS. So if you're in a car, if you're walking on a bike, you have your radio station, and that station not only telling you the traffic, it's also giving you like a better route. Wow. It's also like, I want to purchase this, and when you get to the place, you just pick it up. If you can't pick it up, it could also connect to like some other type of agent or a person to go out and pick it up for you. Like I want to take radio and do what radio would never been able to do. And that is for transactions, real-time information, assistance and guidance, but more importantly, take a DJ or host and supercharge them.
Every time you come here, man, I feel like I'm not using my brain enough.
Yeah,
I mean, every
you download
single
that?
time.
Like how do we get?
Oh, so FYI, you go to FYI.ai. Radio is out. Our personas are there. We built a persona for the Earn Your Leisure team. They're one of the first folks to get their own voice for their station. We would love to do like a Breakfast Club station.
Would love to.
We have a meeting with Time now. Like hopefully this meeting goes well. Just putting it out there in the universe.
That's so dope, man.
Does it know like your personal opinions and stuff like so? Like in like a Drake Kendrick, like can you make it say things and do so that the host doesn't have to be the person that like, oh, this opinion is coming from this person? It's like, no, it was my AI co-host. Like, is that a thing too?
If we built a persona for Lauren, you can make your persona however creative. You can have it have a stance. We just don't support. I don't want to make like hateful agents. I don't want to like distorted like.
Who won in the beef? This one.
Because the host got to get into stuff sometimes, and sometimes people don't want to. So I'm thinking like people would lean on a bot so that you don't have to be the person that is the face of what was said. You wouldn't do that.
There's a thin line that I don't want to cross. Like, yes, you can do that. We're at a place you could have it do whatever you want it to do, but we don't want to go that. We want to cross that.
We don't
line.
need no AI shock jocks.
Right. You know how the people gonna get with stuff.
Man. Yes, well, I am.
We appreciate you for
You
joining
will not
us,
be a
brother.
billionaire without us. Okay.
If there's a way, like seriously, like there's a way to like rock with you, Charlamagne, and
I'd love to. I'm going to talk to you about that off air.
It's Will I Am. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you.
Now let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jess Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So Beyonce has a new endeavor. It is a whiskey. It's called Sir Davis Whiskey. Now Beyonce is Beyonce, right? She's an amazing businesswoman. She drops stuff all the time. But I think this is so exciting because, number one, it's a whiskey. It kind of threw me off that she was so into whiskey. But according to all of the reports, it is like one of her favorite things, according to like her palate and all her tasting that she loves.
Right.
But it's named after her grandfather, Sir Davis, and her son's name is Sir as well, and it's going to be a part of it's in partnership with Moet Hennessy, LVMH, and Jay-Z has Ace of Spades with LVMH, and there are reports that Beyonce has already done everything she needed to do as far as like submitting it to different tastings and things of that nature, so that if anybody said like, look, this is just another celebrity throwing their name on a product and putting it out there for us to do what we need to do and go and buy it, she can combat that already. Like, she was so smart for that as well. And even just the way that the bottle is shaped, it's kind of like almost like a collector's item. It's priced at $89 retail. It's on pre-sale now, but you can get it September 4th, I believe. Yeah, September 4th.
That's her birthday. I did it?
Yes.
Is it her birthday? Okay.
You're supposed to know these things.
I just got into the Beehive. Yeah, I just got there.
Because mine is the 3rd, so I believe ours is the 4th.
Yeah, but it's just fire though. I feel like with Beyonce, like it's always lit watching her like expand her portfolio of things and watching how she goes about it. Like to know kind of what the criticisms would be already. And
Well, if she drink whiskey, no problem with it. That's her thing. That's what she drinks, and she should know what she likes in a whiskey.
For some reason, I don't know why I imagine Beyonce is just like a champagne drinker, like only. I don't know why, but
you don't know her.
We don't know her, but you envision things about your favorite celebrities in your head. Like I just envision her always drinking like a nice champagne on the back of a yacht, being Beyonce, hair flowing in the wind. What you got to say?
I guess I'm just old. I'm 46. I don't have those visions of celebrities no more. But I'm glad that you do, Lauren. It's
you
good.
just kill all the optimism in the room.
Yes.
You just like you came in with your cape. It's like Avenger Dark Ninja. Like relax. Well, I mean, I also when it's dropped, one of the things that I thought about too was I remember I was watching Meg Thee Stallion sit down with Shannon Sharp, and she was talking about how like Meg promotes alcohol so much that she should get into the business. Let's take a listen. We have that.
Beyonce is the person who actually inspired me to get my own tequila. Wow. Because I used to be the cognac queen. I'm still the cognac queen.
Yeah.
But as much as I used to, enjoy cognac, and I promoted a lot of people like liquor brands, she was like, the next time I see you, you need to have your own.
Right.
You need to have your own alcoholic beverage.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? You're right, queen. I am going to have my own So now I have my own tequila. It's called Chicas Divertidas. And it's going to be so cute. I've been serving it throughout my tour. Right. And everybody's been loving it.
That is true, but that's also a way of saying, damn, you must drink a lot. Hey, listen, you drink a lot. That's really
Get your own liquor.
You need to get your own liquor because you drink a lot.
But there's a lot of things that's mixed with whiskey too, like old fashions and things like that. So maybe that's what she drinks. She might not drink whiskey straight, but she might drink an old fashioned.
Nah, for sure. I just thought it was fire, and my envision in my dreams of Beyonce.
Well, congratulations to B.
Yeah, salute to Beyonce, salute to Megan. Megan got her own cognac too?
No, I believe
she don't have it yet. That's what
she said. Tequila, but
it's
I don't
a tequila.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a tequila. She's there. She's been like tasting. I know she was walking around with it during her tour and stuff like that.
Somebody just be starting.
Yeah,
just be launching.
Yeah, for sure. Now Russell Simmons, he had to come out and take up for his friends that come and see him out there in Bali. Let's take a listen.
Black people, did you forget that I got 10,000 black men out of jail and that I changed the factory farming industry forever? And that I registered more of you to vote than probably anybody you know. And I worked for Black Lives Matter and every movement that's helped our people, all the women's rights and even gay rights movements that I did so much work for, to let them demonize me in such a way that my friends cannot visit me without you attacking them. But yet you stand next to Donald Trump. Knock it off. I'll be in New York next week. This idea that I'm hiding is stupid. I'm your friend, black people, and I've been my whole life a supporter of all the initiatives that lift you up. I love you. I just don't want my friends attacked.
Lauren, answer me a question.
What?
Who is he talking to?
He made a video and posted it online, so he's talking to whoever is his audience online and to black people.
Well, the recent people that popped up with him was what? Usher,
Taraji, Lisa Ray, MC Light. Like, there's been a bunch of different people that have gone to Bali to visit him, and every single time someone pops up there, it's this whole thing of like, he's an outcast now. Y'all should leave him as that. Why are you seen with him?
Who said he's an outcast though? Like, what if these people actually know him and they don't believe the stories? Don't they have that right?
Well, not only that. Remember one time they said he was there because he was hiding and he couldn't get arrested, but he comes here all the time.
That's always been the story, that he went there because it was like his way to get away from everything that was happening. And that's why he says that in the video. Like, I'm not hiding. I'll be in New York next week.
Yeah, I didn't like when he said that though.
Why?
You felt like it was like, meet me outside?
Yeah, he might pop up and all of a sudden, boom, here you go. You're in handcuffs.
No. He comes to
I know
US all
that,
the
but I'm
time.
just saying sometimes tell me that's not the world that we in now.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We see the video and all of a sudden next week he in New York and he arrested. You be like, why?
They just, because they heard the video and they prepared
That's what I'm
something.
saying, man. The universe be trying you sometimes.
But is it fair? Because at this point, he has never been convicted of anything.
He's never been charged.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So is it fair that
Criminally.
these celebrities get the backlash that they do for going to hanging out with a friend? And even if he was charged.
Backlash from who though? Like social media?
Yes.
Oh.
What? Like, it goes insane.
Okay.
That's when he just
it's
has
a
to
thing.
stop caring,
It's to the
man.
point where like there was I forget who, but one person I remember went out there and they had to get online and be like, "That's my friend. I can go see them if I want to."
And they're absolutely right. And like that's what I mean. Like whenever there's these allegations, there's some people who believe the allegations,
Right.
and there's people that actually know these folks who don't, and they have the right to not believe them. And if they still want to be friends with the person, they can be still be friends with the person. Who are you to tell them that you can't be friends with that person or that person is outcasted? Like, come on.
I say this all the time. I still think that we're too concerned with social media, what social media says and what people care about. If that's your friend, that's your friend. You don't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah, Russell, you need some stronger yoga if you care.
right.
He was doing something.
He
was like doing that was yoga. He was doing something like
He always doing yoga.
It wasn't channeling the right way, maybe though.
Yeah, you need to put your leg in a different position or something. 'Cause there's no way that you sitting around looking at social media and watching, people on social media talk about people that are visiting you and you care that much to get online and respond.
Yeah,
Rich is telling Bali.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour. We are going to talk about why the middle class needs rebuild. What kind of world do we live in when a person can't get, all you can eat at Applebee's? We're going to discuss. Okay?
Yes! What? Never mind.
That's disrespectful.
All right. Well, what? I didn't say a race, but we'll talk about it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne around.
Yeah, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, August 21st goes to a 28-year-old woman named Shanisha Cobbs. Shanisha hails from Portage, Indiana. Never heard of the place, but dropping the clues bombs from Portage, Indiana. And like most Americans, she's always looking for a way to save $1 or $2, always looking for a discount. And I don't blame her because times is hard out here. Okay, if you are blessed to have some food on the table and a roof over your head, you are winning. Don't let nobody tell you different. Drop on the clues bombs for everybody who got a food on their table and a roof over their head. That is a blessing. I know things get hard sometimes and we all just trying to figure it out, doing our best. But trust me when I tell you that success is subjective. And if you got food on the table and a roof over your head and you are happy, then you are winning. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Well, Shanisha Cobbs was trying to win. Okay, she was trying to be happy. See, Shanisha Cobbs was trying to do what all Americans out here doing, and that's feeding their families. Okay, Shanisha was sitting at home minding her business, and she got a download. By download, I mean she was probably watching TV One and saw a commercial for one of the world's largest casual dining brands, Applebee's. Drop on the clues bombs for Applebee's. Never, ever will I front on Applebee's, okay? On the come up of this thing called life, I have had some amazing times in Applebee's. Salute to Applebee's on Rivers Avenue in North Charleston, South Carolina, right across from Northwoods Mall. Salute to Applebee's in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, right over there on Rimbey Dennis Boulevard. Those mozzarella sticks, those boneless buffalo wings, that chicken quesadilla with some fries. What you talking about? Okay? I got nothing but love for Applebee's, and so does Shanisa. She went there with 2 other adults and several juveniles. Okay, a bunch of hungry-ass little kids, and she tried to game the system. She tried to take advantage of Applebee's. All you can eat. Okay? All you can eat, $15.99 special. You heard about it? Huh? Now, I thought it was $14.99, but it must have went up a little, but price and participation always do vary. But yes, since earlier this year, for a limited time, guests can enjoy an unlimited feast of all-you-can-eat boneless wings, riblets, and double-crunch shrimp for $14.99 when you dine in the restaurant, okay? Dine in only, no orders to go. Well, Shanisha came in to dine with her clan. Remember what I said, 2 other adults and several juveniles. And she ordered 1 all-you-can-eat special, okay? 1 order of all-you-can-eat boneless wings, all-you-can-eat riblets, all-you-can-eat double-crunch shrimp, all-you-can-eat fries, and endless amounts of water, I'm sure. Now,
nothing else?
What you mean nothing
Don't
else?
act like you don't know how to bust down go.
There was 7 of them, though.
You know how to bust down go.
Well, that's why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, because of the bust down. Okay, life was all good until the bill came. When the bill came, an Applebee's manager informed the group that each person would have to pay for 1 serving of the deal. You know Shanisa and company wasn't going for that because they had several juveniles. Several usually means 7. And then it was 2 adults, including Shanisha. So that bill at $15.99 a pop was at minimum $159 and some change. Now, I know some of y'all out there just rich and got money to blow, but $159 in a restaurant is a luxury, a privilege that so many of us take for granted. If it's not, then how come Shanisa was in there trying to bust down the system, okay? She was trying to game the system. Police were eventually called to the scene, and dispatchers were warned ahead of time to expect multiple females screaming and threatening people. See, Shanisa didn't feel like she should have to pay no more than $16 because it was an all-you-can-eat special. And they argued that the menu did not specify that the deal didn't cover the table. Well, that defense did not work, okay? Because of 2 words, and those 2 words are per person, all right? I mean, directly beneath the all-you-can-eat heading was the words per person in bold letters. Nothing left to see here, folks. Now, Shanisa clearly embarrassed. She was clearly embarrassed, so she stopped arguing with the police for a second just to argue with another couple who was probably staring at her, chastising, probably laughing, recording. Told her to sit her po ass down somewhere, okay? So Shanisa started arguing with the couple. Police tried to calm her down, and when she wouldn't, they locked her ass up. Arrested her for disorderly conduct, all because she was trying to do what all Americans want to do, and that's eat and eat good. Let me tell you something, man. If I was governor of Indiana, I would pardon Shanisa. All right, there should definitely be consequences to her actions, but jail time is a bit excessive. See, here's the thing. I told y'all earlier, going out to eat is a luxury a lot of people can't afford nowadays, but going out is also something that brings people joy. Imagine having a bunch of kids who are hungry, and they all saying they want to go to Applebee's, and all you want to do as a parent is make that happen for them. So it's a combination of hunger and making your kids happy. Think about how happy you were as a child when your parents had some extra money to take you somewhere. Those rare times when they told you they don't got it at the house.
Right.
Okay? Mom, I want McDonald's. We got McDonald's at the house. One of the greatest lies ever told. Okay, right up there with white Jesus and Santa Claus was there's McDonald's at the house. Never in the history of life has someone had the golden arches at the house. Okay? So to be able to take your kids out, order a meal from a restaurant, that's a blessing. And Shanisa wanted to provide that experience for her kids, so I would have gave her community service or something, make her work at Applebee's, and then let her take the free food home to the kids. On another note, this is the reason that at the DNC, the VP Kamala Harris has to talk about the issues during her speech. The Obamas were last night. They preached their message of hope. I get it, but hope is the bare minimum. I understand why it's important to have hope. Hope is like when you first see the all-you-can-eat commercial for Applebee's. Okay, Shanisha had hope. All right, once she saw that commercial, hope. Okay, that was like a glimpse of light in the darkness. She saw an opportunity to bring joy to people she loved, and hope is great. Okay. You know, hope is great. They've been trying to get us, they try to feed us hope and fear. They've been trying to get us to vote out of fear in regards to Trump. I mean, they're always trying to get us to vote out of fear, but not being able to feed your kids, not being able to make your kids happy is scarier than Trump. But now that we have given people the fear, we've given them hope, it's time for Vice President Harris to bring it home by talking about actual issues. The number one issue is the economy. The message she's pushing about rebuilding the middle class, it starts with all you can eat mozzarella sticks. Okay, I'm serious. After you pay your bills, after you pay your rent, your child care, after you pay for your life, do you have anything left over for a little bit of joy? Mm-hmm. That's what these politicians don't understand. Folks need a couple dollars for joy. That is part of rebuilding the middle class. What type of world do we live in when a person can't enjoy the double crunch shrimp at Applebee's just because they want to? So even though what Shanisha did is stupid, I understand the circumstances that got her there, but some donkey of the days just sell themselves. Please give Shanisha Cobbs the sweet sounds of the Hamiltones.
Oh, now you are the donkey.
We're not gonna play a game?
Of the day.
Wobble, wobble.
You are the donkey.
Wobble, wobble.
You feel gristle?
Room got heavy.
You feel some gristle?
Room got heavy.
Wobble, wobble.
Room got heavy.
Little gristle on the bone.
Turn it up a little bit.
Here, Big Mac. What's up, Mac?
Yeah, I just
the president of the Fat Lives Matter committee.
Yeah, of course. I just wanted to add to. First off, you spoke that eloquently.
Okay.
But I just wanted to add, people, we should probably watch the wording. If it's all you can eat, then it should be that. Not all you can eat here. You have to say that. Because there's plenty of times where I try to all I can eat and they judge me for the amount. Because I hear that and it's a personal challenge to me. But you have to be specific and say all you can eat here at Applebee's, at Olive Garden. Because if you don't, I'm going to think all I can eat anywhere.
Don't you think she was wrong, though, to try to buy one all-you-can-eat order for 9-10 people?
No. No, I do not.
You know dang well you ain't buying just one.
First of all, I count as 2 people, so technically,
Four.
I'm allowed to 4,
3.5,
3 in the possible.
3 in the possible.
3 in the possible is crazy.
Right.
The spades game is
you
crazy.
know what I mean? So technically, you can't judge me for what I do with my food because I've technically counted as 3.5.
Oh yeah, a buffet hate to see you coming. All you can eat special. Hate to see Big Mac coming.
You'll shut down a restaurant.
Oh my
God.
God! Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, you hear that glass breaking.
Yeah, when they say for a limited time only, that's what they mean. Until people like Mac start walking in.
They give him a timer. Like how they put the chalk on your tire when you park. When you walk in, they mark them.
Man, with too many 300+ pounders coming in, that's when the limited time stops.
Y'all don't want to play a game?
No, I don't want to play a game. Okay, why do you want to play a game?
I'm just curious.
No, you're not curious. All right, you know exactly. What race this person is.
I'm not even mad at sis though, because the older I get, the more.
Sis?
The
You
more
saying
I
she black? How you know
it
she
don't
black?
matter. I don't care what color she is. I understand. The older I get, the more I feel you got food at home. It's expensive.
It
and
is
she
expensive.
got it's multiple people with her. She probably got kids with her. They want to eat everything. They want to. No.
But it's the joy of going out. That's what I mean when I say, like, people just need a little bit of extra money for joy. You just want to be able to go out to a restaurant and enjoy a little quick $100, $200 meal with your family.
Envy, you still stuck on what race she is?
No.
Okay.
No. But I mean, she tried to get over on the system. I mean, she knew what she was doing.
Listen, they
Obviously.
owe us.
Out of
I think she one of us and they owe us.
out of need.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, when we come back, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Earlier this morning, Lauren LaRosa reported that J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Early this morning, Lauren
were
LaRosa
getting a
said
divorce.
J-Lo can't keep a man.
And then she said
don't nobody
J-Lo
want
can't keep a
J-Lo.
man, that she had a roster.
That's how the men in the room heard it. What I said earlier was
You named
J-Lo.
about 20 people.
What I and
You
that's
talking about one divorce.
That's exactly why
Here
we
you go,
here
all
with
you can
this
eat special.
topic.
Go ahead.
Oh, you just said that J-Lo is. Say that again.
No, what did you say?
No, you said she had a roster.
And then he basically said her dating life is all you can eat special.
No, I said we came here for one thing because we were talking about one divorce, but you bought 20 people.
Because of the conversation surrounding it, because the world, every time J-Lo has a little incident in any of her relationship, does exactly what you guys did when I started talking about the story. You guys leaned so much into who she used to date and how she used to date them. Because I named the people that she used to date.
All I said was Ben Affleck. I just said they didn't look happy.
Why is it that a woman who maybe J-Lo may understand her worth and she gets out of situations before she's committed the wrong way? Why is a woman? Can I say that word on air? I don't know what I can say. A hoe?
Yeah, you can say it.
Why is J-Lo a hoe? Because she knows her worth.
I don't think she's a hoe.
You're the one that brought up Johnny, Chris Judd, A-Rod,
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
You brought them names up. I didn't even know who Johnny or Chris Judd was. I had to say, who's Chris Judd? I had no clue.
It's relevant to the conversation because people always will say it's her fault. All of her relationships are her fault.
Let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Seems like Lauren LaRosa feels like J-Lo is
I feel like J-Lo is a woman who knows her worth, but
That's
I
how I
think
feel.
you guys, y'all
Don't say y'all.
Y'all say it's her fault and y'all say she's a hoe because she chooses to exit stage left when things are not correct.
See how she did that?
This reverse gaslighting you doing? I like this.
See how she did that?
I like
well,
this.
800-585-1051. Let's open up the phone line.
Over there.
Let's talk about J-Lo. You know, Lauren LaRosa, named her roster earlier. What do you think about it, right? That is the question, right? What's the question?
We want to know what people think about her roster?
No, but that's what you think.
No, I want to know why is it when a woman publicly has had multiple different relationships or marriages or whatever, why does she instantly become the issue or a hoe?
I don't think that.
I don't think she is either.
I don't know why you're projecting
y'all,
this.
what's she called y'all?
I think J-Lo just
y'all
loves...
backing up. Can we play the audio of them earlier?
I think J-Lo just loves love.
Yes, let's play the audio from earlier.
I think she just loves
Now
love.
you're empathetic to her love and love?
She's dated these men.
Let's let the people of the the listeners tune in and see what they have to say about this.
Why is Lauren calling J-Lo a hoe this morning?
I think she's triggered. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh, I'm a hoe now?
Pull out your phone. Call in right now.
Call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic.
Break it down.
800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
Call. Tell made it.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
Build a wall around Delaware.
Lauren LaRosa is filling in
men who do mansplaining.
for Jess Hilarious.
Go ahead, Envy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, if you just joined us, we were talking about J-Lo. Recently, not recently, yesterday, J-Lo filed for divorce.
Right, from Ben Affleck.
And we had a question out there. Earlier, you started naming some of the people that she was with.
Lauren LaRosa, who is filling in for Jess Hilarious while she's on maternity leave. Lauren just started naming J-Lo's whole roster. I thought we were just here to talk about one divorce from Ben Affleck and J-Lo, but then Lauren just started naming, who did you say? You said...
Johnny.
Johnny.
That was the first husband. Old Johnny.
Okay,
remember?
Old Johnny.
Chris Judd.
A-Rod. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike.
Mark Anthony.
RZA, Jizza. Method Man, Old Dirty
now
Bastard.
Now y'all throwing people on her list? Don't do that.
That's what you did. You just started naming people.
Don't do that. But there was a point, there was a method to my madness. There was a reason why I did that, because when the story first broke, everywhere, even in a lot of the actual reports of it solely focused on, well, what could J-Lo have done to save this marriage? What did she do wrong? And I'm like, dang.
That's alpha though.
But why is it always? Why do people always instantly
boss.
call her the problem?
I don't think that they was calling her the problem by saying she's the alpha, because they're like, what could J-Lo have done to solve this marriage? Because clearly, if she filed for divorce, they look at her like a boss who's in and out of these relationships when she wants to be. Now, do I think?
And I love that, and I think that's how it should be looked at. But that is not how it is.
But it's also fair to ask if she might be the problem, because she is the one common denominator in all these situations.
Yeah, but then when you go through, so what got me to
you say she running through?
No, see, here
what did you
go.
Just say?
I said when you go through the list, because that's what got me to the point of bringing up the names, because I wanted to have this conversation. Mm-hmm. You begin to read about the different things that she experienced with each guy, and a lot of that stuff I would have left too.
Well, the thing is, we don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, right? All we know is the rumors, right?
Excuse me?
I didn't even say nothing. Why are you? What?
All we know is the rumors, right? So we heard cheating with A-Rod allegedly. Yes. We heard cheating with Diddy allegedly. We've heard so many different other things, and if that's the case, yeah, she deserves to leave if she wanted to. I don't have a problem with that. But when people call her a hoe from going through that, I don't think that's right, because in all these situations,
why did y'all instantly jump to, oh my gosh, you're naming? Like, I couldn't even get it out my mouth. I was trying to get to a conversation with substance.
Honestly,
you guys are two married men.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it felt a little shady.
No shade.
I'm gonna tell you why it felt a little shady, because when you haven't been married once, you kind of look at people who constantly get married, and you're a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? And so for me,
you trying to say Lauren's a little jealous?
No, I ain't saying nothing about Lauren.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Go ahead.
So when we were just talking about this one divorce, and you start naming all these other dudes that she been with, I didn't see the point.
For me, I think the point was, as a woman who was watching J-Lo, who is a very powerful woman, who is obviously the alpha in a lot of her relationships, navigate
big
dating.
empanada, not the little one.
Right. Navigate dating publicly and having to go through so much stuff publicly. I don't look at her like, oh my gosh, she's been in and out of all these relationships. I looked at it like she's chosen to walk away publicly from a lot of different things. Why does she instantly get turned into the problem? I want to talk about that. So I wanted to talk about the different things that she's been through in these relationships and the different relationships she's experienced, because a lot of these men, for a lot of women, they're like you're staying there, famous or not, because
like
you're
J-Lo,
married, and also age plays a factor as well.
It seems like J-Lo loves love. It seems like in all these relationships, she was with this person, as far as we know, for a long time. It wasn't like she was with him for a week or two. All these people she dated for a long time. She was engaged to A-Rod. She has kids with Mark Anthony. She dated Diddy for a long time.
People don't throw that into the conversation,
dated Chris Judd for a long time. So it seemed to me that she loves love. It just doesn't.
I think it's a fair public conversation to have, since people love discussing celebrity. I think it's a very fair.
They love discussing her. They drag her.
But I think it's a very fair public conversation to have if she could be the problem. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking that. Like, why do you just always just blame the man and say, hey, it must be the men?
I'm not blaming the man, but I feel like in this situation, it's literally always her. Like, there's never. For sure, if you go,
but the man could have effed up that made her want to leave, so it's not her thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's what happens when you're the boss. When you're the boss, when the good happens, you get the credit, and when the bad happens, you get the blame.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. We got Dylan on the line. Dylan, good morning.
Good morning, Envy. How y'all doing?
What's up, Dylan? What's your thoughts, brother?
Me personally, like I was telling the guy who answered the call, I feel like at that age and bouncing, like I said, I want to say I'm not old people in any way, shape, or form. But at that age, and the fact that he is probably worth well over $100 million, throwing money, she's in a great position. She's a great looking woman. She's beautiful. But I don't think you can put this on the men in any way, shape, or form. I think she might just be stuck in her ways, and she's very disagreeable. So,
damn, you sound like Lauren.
Damn, we don't even know the problem of the situation.
That's right.
And y'all keep trying to throw it on me
because we don't know the problem.
You keep trying to throw it on me.
We don't know what the issue is, but we're putting all these bad labels on her. Disagreeable. She must be the problem. Like, damn,
she an older woman and older. You know how older women are.
So me igniting the conversation in the room is not me agreeing on either side. I just have always wondered, why does anytime people talk about her love life, she gets exactly what he just
because it could be the dudes that's doing something to her, and she's like, I'm not taking this BS.
We don't know. She even when she talks, right? Like after her breakup with A-Rod, both of them, A-Rod was like, it didn't work out. We love each other. Our kids are in the middle. It's always like, okay, we're just gonna move on as positive vibes. We don't know what is going on for real.
J-Lo is a boss, and once again, when you're the boss, you get the credit when things are good, and you get the blame when things are bad.
That's right.
So why is it that when you have conversations about like men, right, and their breakups, like if we were to sit here, well, that's not a good comparison right now. I was going to say Diddy, but not right now.
I don't think you want to say
but like, for instance, like 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. Like 50 Cent has publicly dated a lot of different women that you could name. Maybe not engaged and married to them, but when you talk about that, y'all don't be like, oh, why you naming his roster? It's like, oh, he got a pretty good roster. But with J-Lo, it's like, no, she had relationships. They didn't work. She moved on.
Well, we weren't naming J-Lo's roster. And I think you were.
But I'm saying, if I were to sit here and name 50 Cent's roster, y'all reaction would not be
I don't even take 50 Cent's roster serious for one reason and one reason only. There was never no rings put on.
He was not married.
Like, I think
it's not engaged.
I think it's dope. Like, to be married 4 times, that says a lot about you. To have 4 different men want to marry you, and one man spin the block to marry you again. Mm-hmm. Lauren, you know how hard it is. You ain't been married once.
Damn.
You can't even find a guy.
Damn.
You don't even got a dude.
I need to get down.
Like, nobody, you don't even got somebody that wants to say they your boo.
He's shooting at you.
Think about that.
Hold on. Don't do me too hard.
He said you ain't even got a boo.
I'm not getting into my business this morning.
All right, 800
I'm just saying, just look at it from a different perspective. This woman has been married 4 times.
That's what I'm.
Y'all ain't been married once.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
I said y'all.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
No, you always included me in the y'all.
He was staring at you.
You always included me in the y'all.
He was looking at your eyes.
According to him, I'm raggedy.
Wow.
I don't need to I don't have that need to have no standards.
Wow.
Don't nobody want to be with me.
Wow.
I ain't never going to be married.
I've never said any of these things.
You got something you want to talk about?
And you hate light-skinned men.
Let's
talk about it. 800-585-1051. Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
It's been very difficult to work here this morning. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess is out. Lauren LaRosa is triggered. She's filling in for Jess this morning.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
I'm not triggered. I just wanted to bring this conversation to light. And you guys you're doing exactly what needs to be done so we can have it. I appreciate that.
She was talking about J-Lo's filing for divorce. She named J-Lo's roster, and I think she might have even said something like being a hoe or something. I don't know.
She keep, you know what it is? She keeps trying to say what she wants to say through other people. So she's like, yo, people say J-Lo's a hoe. No, I don't think that's the case
I
at
don't
all.
think J-Lo is a hoe.
I don't know why that's even a thing. I think J-Lo's a boss.
Run it up. I'm totally here for all of it. I don't think that. So I don't need to say anything through anybody.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Holly.
Hey, what's your thoughts?
If I'm not mistaken, Jennifer Aniston kind of got the same scrutiny for her being single and not having successful marriages at the same time. I kind of think that people should just mind the business that pays them.
Jennifer
At the end of the day,
Aniston.
maybe
Who is that?
She was
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, that's the lady from Sex and the City,
she
right?
was with. No, that's Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, from Friends.
She was with Ben Affleck at first, right?
She was.
Yeah. That's the one they said that he left J-Lo for her.
Oh, that's the one that was on the HBO show Girls? Jennifer Aniston?
No, wait. Jennifer Aniston wasn't with.
Ben Affleck? No.
No, that is from Friends.
All the white people look like
I do this on purpose. I
But
confuse white people on purpose because they do it to us all the time. I know exactly who Jennifer Aniston is, but I will act like I don't.
To the caller's point, what was your name again?
Holly.
Holly.
To Holly's point, I feel the same way. And like I said, when it's a man, y'all mind your business. When it's a woman, it's like there's think pieces on what she's doing and who she's doing it with. Like,
probably because you don't.
And it's respectfully done. She's not just out here laying with anybody. She's marrying and engaging and being with these people for years at a time. Sometimes.
Who's the man that's been married 4 or 5 times? I don't know. I'm genuinely
Y'all
asking.
don't even have the pressure to do that, to be honest with you, because if a man does not get to that point with 10 women that he's dating, right, it's okay. But if a woman deals with 10 men publicly and ain't ne'er one of them married her, now you got to have a conversation about why she's a cat lady. Like, it's a whole thing.
I'm gonna have a conversation about why that cat dry. Because if you've been with 10 men and not one man want to marry you, something wrong.
But if a man was with 10 women and ain't and didn't get down on one knee for not near one of those women, there's nothing. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I see what you're trying to get.
It makes no sense. Your reactions to things are very telling. You just don't want to lean into it, and it's okay.
Hello,
I'm bringing
who's
y'all
this?
up. Y'all my bros.
This is Kai.
Kai, good morning. What's your thoughts, Kai?
So I definitely don't think she's a hoe. I think that
please say that to Lauren again, please.
Kai know what I meant.
No, I don't think she's a hoe.
No, not at all.
I think personally, when you deal either men or women, and you have multiple relationships, and they're all bad or they're not going good, you got to just start looking in the mirror at what you can change or the type of people you're dating.
So you victim blaming a little bit.
How you know she's a victim?
She just said look in the mirror. We already just discussed about
No, she's right. No, Queen was that queen that just called was absolutely
no,
right.
But look in the mirror is fine. But then you said you victim blaming, so it's like, how you know she's the victim? She could be the one like putting out the hell.
That woman that just called is absolutely right. If things, and that's the type of person I am in my life. If things aren't working out the way I want them to work out, I don't blame other people. I look in the mirror. And I think J-Lo might need to do the same.
But if people are doing things to her and she's saying, I'm not going to stand for this, I'm not taking this, and decides to back out, J-Lo's not the problem. It's the people that's in her life that is the problem.
By the way, we don't know nothing about none of these people. We just out here freestyling, by the way.
I would love if, we are. But majority of the world is, because she never really gets into the crust of like what actually went down. But I would love for J-Lo to like sit down today and have an honest conversation about like what it was for this Ben Affleck situation that kind of like made her be like, no, I'm good.
She ain't gonna speak to y'all. This is her personal.
She doesn't have to, but I would love to hear, only because I think that if she is doing this internal reflection or whatever, it'd be good for a lot of women to hear, because I do think that there are some times where like it's hard to be like, oh, it might have been me. Or
it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
We know, Charlamagne.
Is that what J-Lo needs
We know.
to do?
We already know. You don't have to tell us you was the problem. We've been there.
What's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is
Lauren ain't been married once.
You better better not have a list of anything in a room with 2 men.
Shout out to J-Lo. I'm with you, J-Lo. I'm not one of these hating women who ain't never been married. If you want to go get married for a 5th time, you go show them how it's done, boo. All right?
He ain't talk about me.
Go get married again, J-Lo.
I support my sis.
Okay?
And all of her fine, very successful men. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm with it.
All right, well.
I'm with it. I actually do want to see J-Lo
She's
get
a
married
city
again.
girl that's in the suburbs. I love that for
How many
her.
times Kim been married? Kim K?
Child.
3, 4?
Who knows?
3. She had the first dude, we don't know his name.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Chris Humphries, right?
Yeah, and that was short.
That was short.
Was she married to Reggie Bush?
No, I don't think she's married to Reggie Bush. Then Kanye.
Okay, so
Kanye.
3.
She's 3.
Yeah, but you still could throw in like all the dating and all that too.
You got to match J-Lo's fly, Kim. All right? Show these people how it's done. Show these women who ain't never been with one person, ain't never had one person get on their knees. Show them how it's done.
Jesus. You all right, Lauren?
Show him how it's done.
I'm fine. Listen. He ain't shooting shots over here.
I'm not talking about you.
Anything
Why
you're talking
you
about, it could have been happened. We make very educated decisions over here to not be stuck anywhere we shouldn't be stuck
all
at.
that you said could have been happened. She knows her worth and her value.
Listen, I'm with
You're
it.
not trying what?
I want all of y'all
Because he be trying to put me in the
get
discount
married.
store. Every day I walk in here, I'm okay discount. It's like, all right.
And let me salute to Ronnie Stu that works at Warner Brothers. Today is his birthday. And Dr. Umar's birthday is today.
Ron Stu. Salute to Ron Stu. Salute to Dr. Umar. Happy born day, brothers.
Happy birthday, Dr. Umar. I'm sorry my braids are blind.
Damn.
Yeah, he would be upset about
He
that.
was so upset. I love that though.
The lies that went around this room after this J-Lo conversation.
I know you was in here talking about looking like Morris Chestnut.
I said, how y'all feel knowing J-Lo been married 4 times and ain't none of y'all been married once? One person said, well, that's just because I be walking out of relationships. Then Lauren goes, one person wanted to marry me
I
and
told
they
him
didn't.
don't do it.
And then Sim goes, don't nobody want me. She was the only honest person.
But then Charlamagne said he was going to call your ex that you told him not to do because he didn't believe you.
Yeah. Well,
Give me the number.
What's happening next?
Give me the number. I'm going to call him.
Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
Yo, news is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
All right, so at the top of the show when we did front page news, we talked a little bit about the DNC, but still trending, and we're almost at the end of the show, is the performances from the DNC. So I did want to touch on that a little bit. So you guys know that Lil Jon performed.
Yes.
Common performed.
I didn't see Common.
Did you know he performed?
I did not.
That's crazy. And it was his hometown, Chicago.
I didn't know.
And Patti LaBelle performed. So let's take a listen to first Patti LaBelle's performance.
I never knew it till then. Why, my friend?
All right, Miss Patty.
Right.
Timeless. I'll swing on you for Patti LaBelle. You hear me?
Miss Patty sounds
I will
so amazing.
swing on you.
You all short. We didn't
All
even
right,
reach.
okay.
Not even connect.
All right, I'll go eat jail food for Patti LaBelle. Drop one of the clues bomb for Patti LaBelle. Because I know once I come out from eating that jail food, she going to have a nice meal cooked for me.
Hello?
Love you, Miss Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, that was You Are My Friend. And she was during the In Memoriam segment when they paid tribute to all of the patriots and different leaders that we've lost over the time. She also called out Kamala on stage. Not brought her out, but just like, called her name out on stage. But then Lil Jon performed as well. He brought the turn up. I feel like when you hear that song, you can't not get like turned up. And I think maybe that's why they booked him. Because people were trying to figure out why Lil Jon of all performers.
They came out for Georgia. Yeah, did like a little Georgia section.
But there are other people that you could have called out. You mentioned Ludacris earlier.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There were conversations of different names or whatever. But I thought he was perfect. He's like the middle.
He's the king of crunk. First of all, I always say Lil Jon does not get the respect that he deserves in any way, shape, or form. Okay, crunk is one of my favorite eras of music ever.
Oh, he did so
This
much.
man
He
created a
produced so
whole
much.
era. And you went from crunk, then you went to snap. Then before that, he was a producer, like A&R producer. Like, come on, Lil Jon is a legend, icon.
And he did Window to the Wall.
Yes. And
For
that.
what?
So now we mentioned this earlier. Shout out to my girl Morgan with the front page news. We mentioned this earlier when it was announced that Kamala brought Tim Walz onto her campaign ticket as the VP. Black X was like, to the window, to the walls. Somebody on Kamala's team, they saw it. They knew what the people were. We made that happen as a people from X.
First of all, I believe Tim Walz has done some good things in Minnesota as a governor. He clearly cares about people. He's a solid VP pick. But he has not done enough to have us remix one of our greatest Negro spirituals, Get Low. Why do y'all fall in love with these politicians so fast, especially the white ones? He's not your coach, he's not your dad, he's not your uncle, and he does not deserve to have a custom-made version of Get Low. Are y'all serious?
He ain't coming to your cookout from what I hear.
I don't want him there.
No.
And you shouldn't want him there either. I want him in creating policy and legislation. Why does he have a custom-made version of Get Low? Tell me what this man has done to get a custom-made version of Get Low. Y'all fall in love with these white politicians so fast, and that's y'all damn problem. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the damn wall. Build it now.
You so
Negroes don't deserve nice things. Y'all just don't.
You're not gonna play
that's all it boiled down to.
You're not gonna play nothing from Common. He's from Chicago. They was in Chicago. You're not gonna play
didn't even know he performed.
I didn't. That's
but
why
we do have Common. Common also
good.
performed at the DNC. And yes, he is from Chicago. This was his hometown.
Okay.
Yes, and I like the fact that this is still trending because I wanted to kind of wait to see where the trend would go and the conversation would go online. She's not getting backlash for having artists this time around.
No, she shouldn't. I mean, the convention is different though. The convention is like a party. It's upbeat. They're supposed to.
Raleigh's can be upbeat. She got so much for having Megan Thee Stallion.
It wasn't that because of Megan. It was because of the twerking. People just felt like it was inappropriate. There was a bunch of older women there. It's just the optics of seeing all them older women in Georgia and Meg twerking. That's what that was.
Supposed to be building for America's future.
I just don't know why y'all letting this white man have a custom made version of Get Low.
That's all you mad about.
Y'all running around calling him coach and uncle and all kinds of stuff. Like y'all are ridiculous. Y'all can be very ridiculous when y'all want to.
Common should have did go though. Go.
Because we're going forward, we're not going back.
Yep.
I see what you did there.
By the way, I love the we not going back. By the way,
it's easy to remember. It's digestible.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. That's Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. All right. Up next, keep it locked. We got the People's Choice Mix and we got the $1 Million Mix. You can win some bread, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess. And we got to salute Will.i.am for stopping through today.
Man, make sure you check out Will.i.am's new AI-driven interactive radio experience, radio.fyi. I am going to play with that later on. I just think it's very interesting, especially in this era of everybody having a podcast, everybody having a YouTube page. I think, if it can provide accurate information and give you accurate information in the moment, I think it's a great thing. Because what drives me crazy is listening to people who you just have the wrong information. I can't stand it.
And it's so much technology now that sometimes you don't know like what actually works well and what doesn't. Correct. But he answered all of my questions. I had questions. I was like, how do you know this is going to be the thing? He answered all of them, so it made me feel safe about it. So definitely for sure.
Yeah, salute to Will.i.am. All right, now when we come back, it's the Breakfast Club and somebody's picking up some money. Hopefully, we'll see. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa's filling in for Jess, and we have Nicole on the line. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling, Nicole?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now you hit us up and you said you needed some money. What you need that money for?
I need to pay my rent.
That's good enough.
I just lost my job. I needed some more time to find a new one.
Okay. Well, we got you. You got $1,000. Congratulations.
Look at that.
Thank you.
You ain't even had to do nothing strange to get that change.
That's right. That's right. Nothing but God blessings.
There you go.
And that's $1,000 courtesy of Self. This week's Daily Bread is sponsored by Self. Now, all you got to do is download their all-in-one app. Well, congratulations, Nicole. Hold on, all right?
Thank you.
The winner gets $1,000 courtesy of Self. Now, all you got to do is download their all-in-one app, and it's pretty dope. They have all the tips and tools to help you level up your credit, all right? Now, head over to thebreakfastclub.iheart.com/self-dailybread to let us know why you need the cash, and hopefully you can win as well. Now, Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. Salute to my man, Kaz. Kazim just posted something on Twitter that he sent me that I think is very interesting. He put first team all Breakfast Club. He got point guard Ray J, shooting guard Tyrese, small forward Soulja Boy, power forward Dr. Umar, center Birdman. I think I might have
center Dr. Umar.
Nah, I think I might go with a smaller rotation and take Birdman out and put Donnell Rollins in.
Oh, Donnell Rollins definitely got to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Only because Birdman don't play the team that often. He only hit that one time.
Yeah,
he was
only been here once.
Like a celebrity basketball game guest.
Yeah. Positive note is simply this, man. Always remember, this is a great quote from Carl Jung that I feel like somebody out there needs to hear today. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. That also makes me think of another quote where they say, healing is a matter of time, but it is sometimes also a matter of opportunity. So if you get the opportunity to go on your healing journey, take it. Okay? Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?